Saturday, the 5th of June, and the third of the Triple Crown is today, the third race of the Triple Crown, the third jewel, as they call it, of the Triple Crown. And interesting race, I would have to say. Of course, we will not have the Kentucky Derby winner. Medina Spirit is out. And, of course, big trainer Bob Baffert is suspended as well. So we will not see him in any of these races at Belmont Stakes until they figure that whole thing out. And obviously, that means you won't have Medina Spirit as well. Favorite headed into is the Derby favorite. That was a beaten Derby favorite that ran pretty well. Essential Quality number 2 is morning line was 2-1. He's 2-1 currently. I think is the horse to beat. I mean, without a doubt, he was wide throughout, bumped a few times, and still was game in defeat. I think he'll. That was a very speed favoring racetrack that day. I mean, we saw the front runners run really well. No one really was coming far from back. So I do think Essential Quality, tactical speed. I think he's the horse to beat at 2-1. But I am going to, as a handicapper, very rarely will I take the favorite, and that's the case here. I think he's the horse to beat, but I'm going to include him in my exotics, and I'll talk about that here in a second. But the horse that I like the most is Hot Rod Charlie, son of Oxbow. We remember him in the Triple Crown, 5-6 years ago. I think this horse is setting on a big race. The Louisiana Derby win that he had, if he repeats that race, I think he wins this race. He's fresh. I thought it was good in the Derby. He's just so game, and he's gonna, you're gonna get, and I think he's gonna be the third favorite here at 7-2. We might even squeeze 4-1 out of it, but at 7-2, I think there's a lot more value than taking Essential Quality. I think he's the horse to beat. I think he wins here. Doug O'Neill, he's one of my favorite chainers. He just seems like he flies under the radar from Baffert and of course Todd Pletcher, but he's the same quality of trainer. He just doesn't quite get the big money horses that these other trainers get. I also like Flavian Pratt. I think he's a good jockey, not in that top tier. I think he's the next tier down, but we'll put this horse in a good spot, and if he's good enough, I think he comes running at the end. So here's how. I also think mentioning Rock Your World. That was my Derby pick. If everybody remembers my Derby video, I like Rock Your World. Of course, he got bumped at the start. He had to make the lead to win. Without a doubt, he was taken out at the start. Never was which is too bad because obviously speed favoring racetrack. He went wire to wire in the Santa Anita Derby. If he would have made the lead, I think he would have been very, very game, very tough for Medina Spirit. Of course, Medina Spirit finished second in the Santa Anita Derby, flipped it, and won the Kentucky Derby. So I think he's a horse that you have to include. I think he'll be on the front end. I think they're gonna make the front and say, "Hey, come get us." No way we're gonna not get a call on this one. So I think Rock Your World will be leading into that final turn, and then it just be can he get the distance, and will he get it? I don't think he'll get any pace pressure. I think there's a lot of horses that want to set second, third, fourth, a couple lengths back. So I think that you put Rock Your World in your exotics as well. So how am I playing the race this year? I'm going to play number 4, Hot Rod Charlie to win. I think he's going to have great value. I think it's 7-2. If he runs back to the Louisiana Derby, which I think he will do here, he's fresh. I think he'll be ready to go. If he runs that race, I think he wins. I think second will be Essential Quality. I just think the one knock I have is he's had his way in every race, including the juvenile win back last year where nothing ever went wrong for him. First time something went wrong in the Derby, just wasn't good enough. And even though he still ran on, he didn't have that kick that I thought he might have. And I think that's going to be a problem here. I think the extra distance, a lot of people think it's going to help him. I think he'll just hang. And so I like 4-7. I'm going to play Rock Your World third. I think he'll hold on as these others come running down the stretch. I think he'll show a little heart and hold on to third. But I wouldn't count out that we do see the other horse that I liked was Romber. The one he won the Preakness, of course. But the one that I didn't like is we're going to get him at 3-1. He's coming off the Preakness. I always like the horses that don't run in the Preakness, that come back fresh here. So that's the horse that I would be worried about as far as to finish in the top 3. would be the number 3, but I'm going to bet against him in this one. So how am I going to play this? I'm going to play number 4 to win and place. I'll probably put $500 to win and place on that. That way, if I'm right, we're going to have a profit today. Then as an exacta, I'm going to play the 427 exacta box. I'll have a $20 exacta box going on that. And then trifecta, I'm going to play 427 with all for $1. Heck, if I'm right on the 4, I think 2 or 7, either Essential Quality or Rock Your World will finish second, and then we should have a nice payoff for the trifecta. So that's what I like for the Belmont Stakes. Don't forget it. You can get all my best bets over at picksandparlays.net/Craig. That's where you can save $25 off on my best bet every day. Today I have a best bet winner in the NBA. 7-1 my last 8 plays. I did lose yesterday. I had the Mavericks. They lost. But it was on a 7-day winning streak, so we're back at it today with the top play in the NBA. So just $14.99, get it at that link. Also, my week pass, save big, $89, just 50% off at that same link. Link is in the description. Make sure you get in on my best bet and a bonus play in Major League Baseball if you purchase the week pass for today. So that's what you have. 427 is how I see the Derby this year. Hot Rod Charlie to win for me. So have a great Belmont Stakes day. And don't forget, I'll be back tonight about midnight Eastern Standard Time to give all my free betting picks, my 5 free betting picks I give out every